Hello everybody, welcome back to the Avimore SMP. This is Crake and Bake, and I've got a problem. I've got barrels filling up my downstairs. I got all these items I can't even hold on to. I'm just running out of space around here. So for today, to start things off, something I've been looking forward to and am definitely in need of is expanding out, adding a couple more stories to our house here, and getting a little bit better of a storage setup. But before that, a quick word from our sponsor for today's episode.
Has this ever happened to you?
Oh, I just love being a dumb, gross, ugly spider. Oh, yes, and this is a perfect place for my webs. Oh, yes, I'll just go right over here, and maybe another one right over there, and oh no, I'm all out of webs. Whatever shall I do? I need more string.
All out of string, you say? Well, that can be fixed easily by coming on down to the Kraken Corner. Here at the Kraken Corner, we don't just have string. We've also got plenty of white wool, fresh baked bread, and more.
Wow, and such reasonable prices. Why, at those prices I can get plenty of string for new webs. Thanks, Kraken Corner.
Say, where did you get all these spider eyes from? That's something you don't need to concern yourself with. So come on down to the Kraken Corner today. Our prices are to die for.
So up here on the roof, the current roof, what is soon to be floor 2, we've got this nice blank canvas of space where we can add more storage, add a little bit of decoration, because you can't just go without any decoration. And we're going to use these barrels to help out with kind of both. So with the barrels, you can have them facing just this way, and that's all fine and dandy. But if we go around here, we can put them instead this way. Get rid of this gross one. And it just has that little bit of different texture, a little bit of different design. That kind of makes more of a darker wall color than just simply the face of the barrel. So I'm going to do that to kind of make our walls, and it'll double as what our wall looks like, but then also as our new storage.
That is so much better. Look at all this floor space we've got going on here. You come in from the entryway, and there's room to spare. That just makes me feel so much better. And it makes me feel better having Jack 2 hanging out here on my shoulder. Look at that fun little buddy. So now that I've got this area finally all cleared out, we have these stairs leading on up to our new storage space. So again, I've got the barrels facing this way, and I've got lots and lots and lots of barrels. So we've got lots of room to put all of our real important stuff. Look at it. I've got a lot of spider eyes. And then otherwise, I've got all of the workbenches going along the center. Well, all the ones that I want in my main base area, and ones that I probably don't really care about, but that's okay. And then we've got a nice furnace array going on over here, just because, I don't know, had to do something with that wall. And then, of course, I've got my stairs pre-planned out going on over this way, and this will head on up to our 3rd floor once we're ready to move on to that next step. So looking at the outside of our 2nd floor, right now it does not look very good. I don't always do this, but I kind of built the inside portion of the build first, and then I'll put the outer walls along it now that we've kind of got the inside shape done, and we've got the organization all taken care of for the barrels. But this definitely needs to go. the inside could also use just a little bit of extra work. You know, it's nice having it so open, but it'd be nice to have maybe a little bit of a little floor plan right there. So that's something I'll be working on relatively soon. But boy, is it nice having all of our stuff just nice and stowed, and you can roam around easy. Oh, it just feels so much better. It was getting a little cramped downstairs. Now I have a little bit of a plan on how I want to go about getting this built up, but we are going to be winging it just a little bit. I never like to completely know what I'm going in for. But I do know I want to start out by making a couple borders going right along the bottom here. And so that'll just make kind of a nice accent border between kind of our lower level and leading up into our next top level. And from here, I know I want to have kind of a nice smooth red line going up for kind of the border. So we'll do the nice stripped mangrove. And then for the wall itself, I'm not entirely sold yet on how I want to do this. I've kind of got two ideas, so we're going to play with them and see what we like. So option one would be having it be just the bamboo block, so kind of that real dark green color, which I'm not entirely sure that I like the way that goes against the red. That might be too different, but we'll kind of keep playing with it. Otherwise, using the other side of the house, our next option would be to kind of continue with that same color that those walls are, but I feel like that might be a little too much of the same. So for now, I think I am liking the look of having it be the bamboo blocks against the red, especially knowing that I'm going to be going up and making another floor above this. I feel like that could make kind of a nice walled transition between the basement or the main lower floor and then the final third floor up top. So we'll just go ahead and get the rest of the sides going. Okay, so we've got that layer down all the way around. And so next we'll start working on that third layer, which again will kind of do a stair transition like this. However, I was thinking we would maybe go with the lighter color. We're going with the cherry wood. So it'll be a little tougher getting up there, but we'll go ahead and do some good old scaffolding. More scaffolding. And just kind of get going something like this. Alright, so that's kind of the general idea we're playing with, where it'll have the lower level, it'll go up, and then it'll transition into that lighter border, and then kind of that lighter bamboo planks again. Which we'll see how well this works out. It's kind of an inverted structure, so I'll kind of go ahead and put things up and see how it looks, and we'll go from there. So it's kind of getting there. I've got that going all the way around, just the general wall border, kind of mirroring the general structure from floor to floor. And I think I'll maybe try the unstripped cherry wood, just so it's a little bit darker but different than the mangrove, kind of matching the general structure of things. But now we gotta kind of figure out a roof, and definitely want some windows, because just having a bunch of flat walls is gonna be pretty boring. But this is where it's gonna get a little bit trickier. I'm not entirely sure how to go about it, but I kind of want to do like an arching roof going across, kind of a triangular structure, and a nice big window on the side. So we'll get working on that. So for building my roof up here, I'm going to start out by kind of scaffolding out some structure with dirt, and we'll kind of see how that goes. We'll want to get to the center, go up 1, 2, 3, and go ahead and do a dirt there, and I think we'll maybe come out 3 blocks. Go ahead and put an end cap, because I'm going to do kind of like a big log point that everything comes up to. And we can go ahead and get these continued. And this is going to be kind of the annoying part, as always. Get this coming across. And looks like I'll need to get just a little bit more wood to finish that, but that's kind of the point where I want the roof to come up to, and then we'll connect it up going across there and have it kind of keep branching out off to the side as well. Just go ahead and get a little bit of shape figured out to it. And then it can come out, go maybe like just 2 out from this side. I guess we'll see, and we can always bring it in a little bit more as we get going, but I think that's kind of what we want to be doing here. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty decent, especially with the opening for where we'll have the big grand window. So now we'll just kind of work on connecting these slopes together and kind of helping to close it all in. Put the old mangrove to use again. Something like that. Just keep on putting these down, going across. Get across some of these. In fact, quite a few of them. Do 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 do. Cutting bamboo. Okay, well that is the general structure that I am looking for. It's looking like a nice curve we got going. So we just kind of need to work on some of the details of bringing the underside in and then kind of working on these windows. But I think that is coming along pretty good. Just a little bit of that finer detail and it should be pretty well set. And so there we go. Just got a little bit more shape and character to the roof line there and our nice big opening windows. Along the side, we've got the more detail of the rafters coming out and the windows. And overall, I just really like that shape on the roof and the way that kind of all the windows work together. And we've got our flyby, whoop, into the tree. And I do have to say, I do really like the way that just the colors and the shape kind of all came out. So yeah, I think that pretty well takes care of the exterior of my home base here. And I don't know, I do enjoy it. It kind of looks like my original home base there. Just got a big old hat put on it. With the way it kind of starts small and just keeps getting bigger. I think that's pretty funny that it just kind of has a little, especially, you know, you think the doors there are noses and the windows are eyes, and so there's the nose and the eyes and then big ol' hat. But I am pretty happy with the way that all came out. So now that we have the exterior all done, it is time to move on to the interior. This main floor is pretty flat, which it's nice having it open, but it could use a little something there. This storage area, I think, is actually pretty good. I put just a little bit of lighting in here, but otherwise I don't think I'm going to do anything else for decoration. But then up here in the bedroom, we are going to need to do a couple of things to help tie it all in together. My bed is currently floating, so we got to do a little bit better setup there. Jack could use a perch. Just a couple other of those little homely touches up here, since this will kind of be more or less my bedroom up in the base. But the interior is what we'll do right now. And would you just look at that? There's a whole living space going on up here. We've got my nice little bed with my chest of secret goodies. I don't have a problem. You have a problem. There's no problem here. I've also got my nice fireplace all set up, a spot for Jack to hang out, and of course we had to document my fine dragon slaying conquest, and a little spot for the first Jack. Sorry about that, buddy. So I decided to kind of make sure I had a nice little runway coming in for when I do fly in. And then, it was a bedroom, so I decided I'd put up some curtains, and otherwise I just kind of felt like this made it cozy. It had my little bit of memories scattered about the room, and there's definitely some space for some more memories as we kind of keep going along the season. So heading on down here, again, the storage room really didn't have a lot to be done. I like it being kind of this nice dark tech tone with the light lanterns going and that kind of darker wood walls. And then on the main floor, we've got a nice little pond now. So I thought this was just kind of a nice way to enter in. You come in through the door here and you see this nice little tranquil pond here, using the help of some steps and some slabs to keep the water just nice and contained in right there. I just feel like that helps make it kind of a nice peaceful passway as you're coming in through. You can either duck around and head out the back door, you can head on up, you can just sit and enjoy. There's this nice ledge right here. Just enjoy how peaceful it is right by the water. And then over there I've got my first set of armor, my enchanted iron armor that I hopefully won't need anymore. And over there's kind of just some odds and ends and tools and stuff. So all in all, I would have to say I am pretty pleased with the way things went. The outside of the house looks, I'd say, pretty nice. It has a lot of really good colors, some fun shape, and just kind of that goofy hat that got added onto my house. The inside I'm really happy with. It's got that nice peaceful entryway. My bedroom's nice and peaceful. And then we finally got some storage that we've been needing for quite a while. And coming in from up in the air, you really can see the nice shape to the roof. That's really kind of the general arches that I was hoping for. It's got the good pass-through, and then we can shoot right on through into a tree. I guess we'll get rid of that tree eventually. So yeah, I really enjoyed putting this build together. It was nice to get these expansions onto my base that I've been wanting to do for a little bit. And, I feel like the house is just got a lot of fun. It's got a lot of personality. It's got a lot of me in it. So it's just a lot of fun to get it put together, see these shapes kind of take place, and, just kind of get a couple of my little fun moments with my armor and the spot for Jack. And, yeah, I just really enjoy it. It makes me happy to have it all together like this. And hopefully you really enjoyed it too. And so, with that, I think it's about time that we call it a wrap on this episode. So thanks everybody for coming along. Hope you had a good time. At least if you stuck around to this point, I assume you did. And this has been Crake and Bake on the Avimore SMP, and we'll see you next time.